50,000 residents in the city. They had been shutting off water for years, but nowhere on this scale.
Welcome. We are back again, beloved community, with yet another installment of the People's Water Board Coalition's Water Wednesday webcast. As always, I'm here with my beloved co-host, Valerie Jean.
Hi, everyone.
And we always can never forget our behind-the-scenes tech guru extraordinaire, Miss Angelica. She keeps us running smoothly and consistently, week after week, bringing consistent, relevant content to all of our viewers. And today, we have a hot topic show with some things that we want you to have on your radar and some things we would like your feedback and opinion on as well. And it's a short show, so we're going to jump right into it.
Thanks, Nicole. You know, it's been a hard couple days for people, for the lovers of the planet, especially people here in America with the government shutdown and all of the things going on here in Detroit with the Lifeline plan, and throughout Michigan, people not being able to afford their water. So, you know, we really want to start talking about the Lifeline plan for water affordability here in Detroit. People have been cut off of it. It's dissipating to only help. Pretty much they ran out of funds. That's what happened, right?
They ran out of funds.
The Lifeline plan is, they ran out of funds because, and you can honestly blame the water affordability plan legislation that didn't pass at the end of the year that we were pushing.
Yeah, they were definitely counting on the water affordability packet that we helped create along with Senator Chang, because it was conditional on the funding from that plan that could help sustain the Lifeline program for the 2 years it would take for the water affordability plan to be implemented after being,
It's devastating that, for people throughout Michigan, but it's really devastating, of course, for the folks in Detroit. And so the Lifeline plan, 30,000 households were kicked off of it. They're only going to be servicing 5,000 households, and they're using the monies that's left over from like the RAP program for that. And that's all that they can do to help. And plus, it's being raised. So anybody who was paying $18 for their water bill is now going to be paying $32 for their water bill. And that in and of itself is devastating. So those 5,000 families that were left on the Lifeline plan, which, who knows how they picked those people. They're what they were used to paying is now going to be more. They have pretty much said that
Here's part of the issue with the program. From the inception, they were having 3 tiers. People that fell into the lowest tier, which was the $18, are now going to be paying an upwards close to double that. If you qualified for that tier, what makes them think that you're able to pay more than that now?
And it's only helping 5,000 families.
And it's only helping 5,000 families. But there were a number of issues.
Hundreds of thousands of people were kicked off.
There was a number of issues we saw from the beginning. The fact of the capacity of going through Wayne Metro and agencies like that who just didn't have the physical capacity to enroll all of these people. There are several people I knew that were on the waiting list when the program got cut. So they never even got to the first round. They were still waiting.
And there's no resources. There's no water resources left for Detroiters at this point.
Because the RAP program is now
not running. They're the only thing that they're offering is the Easy Pay program, and the Easy Pay program is far, far from water affordability, right?
It's closer to the 1030 plan that the mayor originally put in place, which was a disaster.
An absolute disaster, because if you already couldn't afford your water, they tack on your rearages onto your actual water bill every month for the Easy Pay plan. And if you're even one day late paying it, they kick you off. Or you have to pay like a fee for being late. And they kick you off. Like there's a lot that that it's very upsetting. You know,
And you already have
we've
to
talked
pay
to
this
people.
big down payment to get on it.
Yeah, I mean, the situation is dire for folks, and not being able to afford water is a serious, it's a life or death situation.
It is.
Any way that you want to look at it. So the need for a water affordability plan throughout Michigan is
It's
greater now
dire.
more than ever. It's
Yeah.
dire. We're going to be looking out for resources, and we're keeping in contact with Thaw and other places that sometimes have water resources. Right now, they do not. I called on Friday, and they do not. But they're hoping that they're going to get some water resources soon because they know that the Lifeline plan isn't working. And this kind of leads into the next thing that we want to talk about, right? The
Yeah,
government shutdown and
absolutely.
the SNAP benefits being,
So as it
people are not going to
stands
get,
right
yeah,
now, yeah, as it stands right now, which I'm sure this has happened across the country, but as it pertains to Michigan, it's been notifications sent out to every household that receives SNAP or TANF, which is cash benefits, that they're at risk for November, and there could
well, they're saying
possibly.
you're not going to get it.
Right,
There
they're
is
at
not funds. The
risk.
government does
And
not
if
have
you
funds. You're not
would
going to
get
get
it,
your
there may
November
be
food.
a stringent delay.
Yeah.
Stringent, I don't know
1.4
exactly what they
million
mean by that
families.
word.
Yeah, but I
Um,
mean, what does that even mean?
yeah, what
But that's
stringent to me
1.5
means are
or 4
rigid.
million families.
That's 1.4 million families, and 144 million people across the country that could be
Yeah,
affected by this. And here's the thing that frightens me about this: as low income people, we are survivors. We've always found a way to make a way. But now it's going to get to the point where now you're struggling to pay your water bill because it's unaffordable and the rates are steadily increasing. And now you have to pull more money away from your bills because you will have to use your what little cash you have coming in to purchase food.
yeah. Food is astronomical right now.
The
Like
food
the
is
price,
going
it
through
keeps
the
going
roof.
up. Even if food that used to be cheap, like I could feed a huge amount of people, like hamburger and things like that, chicken thighs, things like that. That those
It's
foods
through
have
the
gone up
roof.
so much. Yeah,
I remember when you could take like 100, maybe 150, and say you're a family of 5 or 6, and you could eat for like a week and a half, if not close to 2 weeks, depending on what you cook. And
at
now
one point
you
in
can
time
go
we
spend
were.
$100 and eat for 3 days,
That's it. That's it. If that.
if that.
I remember the days with when my kids were younger, where I had $40 a week. That's how much we had. I had $40 a week to feed them, and I had a lot of food pantries and things like that. And that's another problem. I mean, really, at the beginning of the year, food pantries were it's across the board
We're shut
lost
down.
government funding. They were
Yeah,
shut down and lost huge amounts of government funding. Food
yeah.
pantries are the exact same. So you're shutting off food because of a government shutdown. They're shutting, suspending SNAP benefits at a time where food banks aren't getting nearly as much as they used to. The
And
funds are not there.
ironically, if you look at the SNAP benefit website for Michigan, which you can go on, have on your phone called Propel, it says right there that, like, go to food banks. But if the food banks don't have enough
That's
food,
not a situation. Food banks are
they're
running
running
out
low as
of
well.
food like within 2 hours of opening. Across Detroit, we have seen that, we have heard that, we have talked to folks. I'm right now, and I'm going to put this on the People's Water Board's website. I am right now compiling a list of legitimate food banks for folks, and it'll be on our social medias as well. And I'm
Yeah.
going to call and make sure, because they'll give you a place. The governor put out a list, and half of the places didn't work. We're not still in service, so
Well,
it was an
no
old list.
offense to that, but we know she's probably never had to deal with going to a food
Well,
pantry.
one of her staff members probably put it out, but it was
Right,
an
and
old
they
list
just
and
were
it didn't
going by
work.
a list of food pantries they knew about, not aware that the government defunding nonprofits and
Yeah.
things like that really shut a lot of them down.
I'm doing the research. I'm calling them. Hopefully by Tuesday, I'll have that list put out on our social medias. And we're
And
really going to have to look out for each other.
I think about what happens to the people that are elderly, that don't have transportation, people, families that don't have transportation. How do you get to a food bank? And if you can get there, that's the first part. Then be lucky enough to be in the line early enough to receive food. How are you going to
Yeah, a lot of
transport it
people are
home?
waiting in line and then not able to receive food because they're running
Yeah,
out too soon. This is
absolutely.
a serious situation when we're talking about food and water. These are all life and death situations.
They
And
are.
here at the People's Water Board Coalition, we're going to do everything in our that is humanly possible to try to get a list of those resources and get them out to folks.
Hmm.
Water's unaffordable throughout Michigan. Next week, we're going to be in Jackson, Michigan for a community meeting, right, Nicole? We're going.
Yeah.
We're going to be there for 2 days because you and I are going to be flyering and talking to people on the ground about how their bills have like literally doubled and tripled in the last couple months. We want to invite everyone to on October 29th at 6 p.m. The meeting is a short meeting. It's from 6 p.m. to 7:30 at the Art 634 building. We have collaborated with them. Our dear friend Dell is going to be there, and she's going to tell her water story,
Uh,
her water, unaffordable water story, rather. And we really want folks to come. You're invited. Again, that's at the Art 634 building at 6
there'll be
p.m. in Jackson.
food. Yeah.
Yep, we're going to have dinner and from a local place there, and it's going to be delicious. And we're all really, really excited to see you and to hear your stories so that we can get them out there. Please contact us here at
Yes.
the Water Wednesday crew. You can get to us from any of our social media, Instagram, Facebook, and let us know what your stories are. If you want to tell them, we'd love to have you on the show. But also
Yeah.
show up in Jackson, Michigan. It's
And
let's
also,
support the folks there.
I want all of our viewers to know that there is no shame in telling your story.
That's right.
But if you don't want to be known, we can do it completely
That's right.
anonymously. We just want to get the stories of community out there so that there's no excuse or explanation to people not being aware of what's going on.
That's right. That's right. Times are really hard for folks. We're gonna be here with you in these hard times, and we're gonna try to come up with resources
Yeah.
for folks. Look out for each other. Call your neighbors if you're able to. Give to places like Focus Hope and Gleaners. We know that they are tried and true on getting folks to the people here in Detroit. If you're able to host a community potluck or something like that, if you have the ability to invite people around the table, now's the time to find your people, to look out for each other, and to take care of each other. These are hard times, but we're going to get through them together.
Yes, we will. It's just
Until
like
next time,
2014
viewers.
all over
No,
again.
I know. I know. We've been through it and we're going to get through it together. Until next time, my friends, look out for each other and try to stay afloat.